Hello everyone, welcome back. The topic for today is smear layer from dentin bonding agent. Now we know that we are using this dentin bonding agent in the composite filling. Now we know in amalgam we have all that different forms, and because of that we get that good bonding for the amalgam. But whereas in composites we don't have that extensive preparation of the cavity, and because of this we don't have that bonding. And because of that we apply this dentin bonding agent so that you get that bonding of the resins to your tooth structure. So because of that we are using this dentin bonding agent, and the smear layer, it is like a subtopic from that dentin bonding agent. So now what is this smear layer? Now this smear layer, it is a very important topic from exam point of view, because they very commonly ask this smear layer as a short answer question. And even this smear layer is very commonly asked in your practical exams by the examiner. So you should know what exactly this smear layer is. So smear layer, it is defined as when the surface of the tooth, it is altered by any instrumentation during the cavity preparation. So now over here, this is the tooth which is having this carious lesion. So when you are removing this carious lesion, so this is basically your cavity preparation. Now when you remove this carious lesion, so at that time what you will see is your surface of the tooth, it is altered, because now you are removing this carious lesion, and at that time the cutting debris, it is smeared over that enamel and even dentin surface, and that is nothing but your smear layer. So basically it's like when you're removing the carious lesion, so the debris which is smeared over the enamel and the dentin sometime, so that is nothing but your smear layer. So this smear layer, it was first suggested by Skinner in the year 1961, and there was the person named Boydie. So he was the one who described and who coined the term, that is the smear layer, in the year 1963. Now this smear layer, it consists of the inorganic hydroxyapatite, because now this smear layer is basically nothing but the cutting debris. So because you are cutting the tooth surface, so the debris which is smeared over the enamel, that is nothing but your smear layer. So this is made up of inorganic hydroxyapatite crystals. So now as we know our structure of the tooth, so it consists that hydroxyapatite. So because of that, this smear layer, it also consists of inorganic hydroxyapatite crystals. Then it consists of organic denatured proteins, then bacteria, saliva. As your caries, it is because of bacteria. So obviously your smear layer will also have that bacteria. The next will be saliva, tissue and blood. So this is the constitution of your smear layer, and it is usually 0.5 to 2 microns thick. It is granular and it is irregular in structure. So basically over here now you can see this is your smear layer. Over here this is the dentin and this is the smear layer. Now you can see over here there is this word which is known as smear plug. Now what is this smear plug? So now your smear layer, it is present on the enamel. So this is your smear layer. This portion is your smear layer. But now when this extends towards the dentin, that is, it is extending into the dentinal tubules to the depth of 1 to 10 microns. So that is nothing but your smear plug. So the smear layer which is including the dentinal tubule is nothing but your smear plug. So now this smear debris, they are porous and they have some micro channels through which the dentinal fluid, it can pass. Now this smear layer, it has a weak attachment to the underlying dentin. Now this is nothing but your debris. It is a layer of debris. So because of that, it is like having a weak attachment to the dentin, and it is usually brittle in nature. So this smear layer, it can be detrimental to the effective bonding. So it's like when your smear layer is present, so your bonding, it will be deteriorated. So because of that, you need to eliminate, or you need to modify whatever it is. You need to do the changes in the smear layer so that this smear layer is not affecting the bonding of your resin to the tooth structure. And if this smear layer is present, so there are chances that your restoration, it will fail. So this smear layer, it is a major cause for the failure. Now to overcome this low bond strength, there were two strategies which were put forth. So the first one is the removal of the smear layer. Now over here you can see you have removed the smear layer, and the next strategy was when you are modifying the smear layer or you are dissolving the smear layer. So these were the two approaches which were put forth for removing or modifying the smear layer. So now what is the role of this smear layer in dentin bonding? Now as I said, this smear layer, it has a weak attachment and it is brittle in nature. So because of that, it is having the chances that it can be easily dislodged. So basically there are three approaches to overcome this weak bond. So the first one is when you are modifying the smear layer. So the first one is the smear layer modifying. So in this first approach, what you're doing is you're just modifying the smear layer. Now in this you have to remember the second and the third generation dentin bonding agent, it lies under this approach, that is the smear layer modifying. So I am going to explain what exactly this third and second generation dentin bonding agents are in the video of dentin bonding agents. So first over here, now you just need to remember that the approach for smear layer modifying, so in that the second and the third generation, they follow this like approach. But now there's a disadvantage of this smear layer modifying. So the disadvantage of this approach is the incorporation of the smear layer, which inhibits the proper bonding and it results in the loss of bond strength. So this was the first approach, that is the smear layer modifying. Now the next is smear layer removal. Now as the name says, you're removing the smear layer as whole. So now in this, the fourth and the fifth generation dentin bonding agent, they lie under this smear layer removal approach. So in this approach, it is based on the removal of the smear layer and the smear plug to enable the optimal penetration of the adhesive to achieve that adequate thickness of the hybrid layer. Now in the dentin bonding agent, you have basically three factors, that is the etchant, primer and adhesive. So in this removal, what we are doing is the adhesive, it is properly penetrated into the proper thickness of the hybrid layer. Now what is this hybrid layer? Now over here, this is the picture where you are removing your smear layer. So over here you can see there's the formation of a hybrid layer. So hybridization of dentin, it is a process which creates a molecular level interface between the underlying dentin and the overlying composite resin. Now over here you have your resin and over here you have your dentin. So hybrid layer is basically the hybridization of both this interface. So it forms basically the interface between the resin and the dentin. So this is nothing but your hybrid layer. So this second approach is where you're removing whole of your this smear layer, and over here you can see this is the formation of your hybrid. So basically your hybrid layer is formed when you apply this dentin bonding agent. So in this hybrid layer is completely formed, and over here there is this resin and you have completely removed your smear layer. So this was your second approach. And one more approach of this is the smear layer dissolving. Now in this, the 6th and the 7th generation dentin bonding agent lies under this approach, that is the smear layer dissolving. So this results in the dissolution and the inclusion of the smear layer in hybridization. So that becomes your dissolving. Now in this, you have completely removed your smear layer. Now in this dissolving, what you're doing is you're involving the smear layer in the hybrid layer itself. So over here now you can see the smear layer, it is dissolved and it is incorporated with the bonding agent. So this is nothing but your third approach, that is the smear layer dissolving. So in short, your smear layer, it is not good and you want to like eliminate that smear layer. So you are eliminating that smear layer by any of these three approaches, that can be the smear layer modifying, smear layer removal or the smear layer dissolving. So this is all about the video of the smear layer, and this is what all you need to write if you get a short answer question on it. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, then please like, comment, share and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.